Hello guys, it's been a very long time, 5 months, maybe 6 months. It's nice to see all of you again. Welcome, and hope all of you are doing great. So, all right, let's get into the topic of this video. It's about the eye and how we can look at the correlations in the chart, and then do a dynamic assessment to foretell an accuracy with a higher rate, maybe more than 80%. All right, it's important to do that. Now, based on the Kala Purusha, all right. So the Kala Purusha is, for those who don't know, Kala Purusha is basically an axiom, a reference, a core principle, right? In the Vedas, it's used as a framework. They use it in the Vedanga. All the 6 auxiliaries is using that. Jyotish is one of it. Of course, that Jyotish is not. Many people are confused with that Jyotish in the Vedanga. They think that Jyotish is what we are doing, but it's not 100% true. That Jyotish has no grahas or nothing. It is more of astronomy and astrology, the science of light and all that. It's different, right? Ayurveda uses this framework, the Kala Purusha framework, for herbology, medicinal functions. Vastu uses for directional science. Shilpa Shastra uses it as well. Shilpa Shastra is used to build temples, Hindu temples. It's exclusively used in Shilpa Shastra, right? It's exclusively used in that. And of course, the astrology, the Vedic astrology as well, right? So this framework is in a very core principle, right? It's one should not validate that. It's an axiom. It's a reference for us, right? So based on the Kala Purusha, it says that 4 main grahas needs to be looked at, assessed, analyzed, and all that, which are the moon, the sun, the moon, Venus, and Ketu. Okay. Now the function of the sun or the karaka of the sun is for the right eye. The moon is for the left eye. Venus is for the sight itself, right? Not the physical eye, but the sight. You can think about the optic nerve for Venus, right? And esoterically, right, Venus, if you look at the core principles of Venus rules the indriyas. Indriyas means the sensory perceptions, right? Last is Ketu. Ketu explicitly controls the cornea, right? The cornea. So these are the 4 grahas. Now, apart from that, what I've come to understand is that the bhavas, the 2nd and the 12th, needs to be checked as well, right? These 2 will give us again more details on the quality or the dignity of the strength of the eye and all that. All right. Next will be the Varga charts, right? The 2 main Varga charts will be the D6 chart and the D27. The D6 and D27 talks about disease, health, mortality, and all that. Okay. So once again, you have 3 segments now. You have the 4 grahas. That's the first segment. You have the 2 Varga charts, D6 and D27. And you also have the bhavas, the 2nd house and the 12th house. All right. Put all this into one dynamic assessment. Take all the results that you have acquired from these areas, put it all together, and then that result will never go wrong. Trust me on this, you will never go wrong. You will get a very high rate of accuracy in predicting about a person's eye. All right, it can be a condition or problem with the eye, maybe cataract or keratoconus or glaucoma or lazy eye or whatever, right? Astigmatism or whatever there is. Or you can talk about how the eye is, whether it's magnetic or not, whether it has some some sharpness. Because if you look at some people's eyes, you can't just look at them because it's piercing, right? So that is because they have both the sun and the moon in a very good position. Some of the eyes are very beautiful, very beautiful to look at. Again, that is because of the influence of the sun, the moon, and Venus together. All right. So these three things comes together in a very beautiful, or if it's in a very good state, then the eyes will be very beautiful, very magnetic, right? Ketu, if you have any afflictions with Ketu, say if Ketu is in the first house, for example, you will definitely have problems with the cornea, all right, which may lead to keratoconus or blindness or those sort of things. Legally blind, I mean. Have I covered everything? Yeah, I think that's about that. So remember, when you perform, when you predict, when you come to the culmination point to conclude your prediction, make sure you have it in a very dynamic method. As I mentioned, take all these things, put together, and then the results will be solid. All right. Of course, with that, you provide remedial measures. Right? Remedies is very important. Be specific with the person. All right. There isn't one remedy that goes to everybody. It doesn't work that way. A remedy needs to be highly specific. All right. Which is why it's like if you go to a hospital or a clinic and then they give you a fever medicine. Okay, that fever medicine is, the prescription is a very broad spectrum. All right, it's not specific to the person. I mean, it may work for you or may not work for you, or for most of the people it would work. Right, it's a very broad spectrum. Remedy should not be like that. It has to be very specific. So look into the charts, go into details. All right, the details. Of course, the details are a lot, right? Which is why it's not an easy thing to do, especially astrology on the go kind of thing. Those things doesn't work that well. All right. So guys, that's about it. So it's nice to see all of you once again, and take care. And I hope I'm going to post new videos hopefully very soon. Take care of yourself and stay tuned. Namaste.